Tax compliance for remote workers and teams. In an era where remote work is becoming the norm, tax compliance has taken on new complexities. For accountants and financial professionals, navigating these challenges requires a deep understanding of evolving regulations and cross-border considerations. The rise of distributed teams means that traditional tax frameworks are being tested. Accountants must now address jurisdiction-specific rules, payroll intricacies, and international reporting obligations while ensuring client satisfaction and regulatory adherence. Understanding tax compliance basics. Tax compliance refers to the process by which individuals and businesses meet their legal obligations related to taxation. This involves accurate record keeping, timely filing, and payment of taxes according to established laws and regulations. For remote workers, determining the correct jurisdiction for tax purposes can be particularly challenging. Factors such as residence, employment location, and source of income play critical roles in establishing tax liability. The IRS and other tax authorities have issued guidelines regarding remote work arrangements. These often emphasize the importance of maintaining records that demonstrate both the nature of the work performed and its geographical context. Accountants should advise clients to maintain thorough documentation, including contracts, time logs, and communication records that establish the nexus between work activities and taxable jurisdictions. Cross-border tax considerations. Remote work frequently leads to situations involving multiple tax jurisdictions. Understanding how different countries treat foreign source income is crucial for accurate tax reporting. Determining whether an employee is considered a resident of a particular country significantly impacts their tax obligations. Residency status affects everything from withholding rates to eligibility for tax treaties. Tax treaties between nations often provide relief from double taxation. However, accessing these benefits typically requires careful documentation and adherence to treaty provisions. Residence versus domicile. Establishing residency through physical presence versus long-term ties can impact tax treatment under various jurisdictions. Withholding taxes. Employers may need to withhold taxes based on local laws even when paying employees abroad, requiring precise calculations and filings. Transfer pricing rules. Companies operating across borders must ensure that intercompany transactions reflect market prices to avoid disputes with tax authorities. Consultation with local tax experts is recommended whenever there's uncertainty about how a particular situation aligns with international tax norms. Navigating payroll complexities. Payroll management becomes exponentially more complex when dealing with global talent pools. Different countries impose varying requirements on employers concerning Social Security contributions, minimum wage laws, and vacation entitlements. Automated payroll systems equipped with multi-jurisdictional capabilities can help streamline operations but require meticulous configuration to comply with regional differences. Misclassifying workers as independent contractors instead of employees can lead to significant liabilities, including back pay, penalties, and potential audits. Regular reviews of classification criteria against each jurisdiction's standards are essential to mitigate risks associated with incorrect worker categorization. Leveraging technology for compliance management. Modern technology solutions offer powerful tools for managing tax compliance in today's interconnected business environment. Cloud-based platforms enable real-time tracking of financial data across multiple locations. Artificial intelligence applications can identify patterns in transaction data that might indicate non-compliance issues before they escalate into serious problems. Machine learning algorithms also assist in predicting potential audit flags. Blockchain technology provides immutable records that enhance transparency and reduce fraud risk. While still emerging in mainstream adoption, its potential for secure data sharing is considerable. Implementing integrated software ecosystems allows firms to centralize information flow, reducing errors caused by manual entry and improving overall efficiency. Managing withholding and reporting obligations. Withholding agents bear responsibility not only for collecting appropriate amounts at source but also for making timely submissions to relevant taxing authorities. Non-compliance can result in substantial fines and reputational damage. Electronic filing systems facilitate faster processing times compared to paper-based methods. Many governments now mandate electronic submission formats for certain types of returns. Keeping abreast of changing deadlines is vital since failure to file within specified periods could trigger additional charges beyond base penalties. Sophisticated compliance software helps track due dates automatically, sending reminders well ahead of any impending deadlines. Addressing common compliance challenges. One frequent challenge arises from discrepancies between contractual agreements and actual working conditions. Such mismatches can create confusion around applicable tax treatments. Varying definitions of what constitutes remote work among different regions add another layer of complexity. Some places define it narrowly based strictly on physical location, while others consider digital connectivity factors. Changes in government policies affecting remote work arrangements necessitate ongoing monitoring. New legislation impacting remote workforce taxation emerges regularly without much advance notice. Engaging professional advisors who specialize in international tax matters ensures that organizations remain compliant despite rapidly shifting landscapes. Ethical considerations in tax planning. Beyond mere technical compliance lies an ethical dimension to tax planning strategies. Ethical behavior includes avoiding aggressive schemes designed solely to minimize taxes regardless of intent behind them. Transparency with stakeholders about chosen approaches builds trust and reduces exposure to allegations of misconduct later down the line. Professional codes of conduct guide acceptable practices within the industry, emphasizing integrity over purely financial incentives. Adhering to high ethical standards protects both practitioners and their clients from unnecessary scrutiny during audits or investigations. Preparing for audits and reviews. Audit preparedness starts with robust internal controls that ensure accuracy and completeness of reported figures. Strong documentation habits form the foundation upon which successful defense rests. Routine checks conducted independently verify that processes function correctly without undue influence from external pressures. Independent verification adds credibility to submitted reports. Training staff members involved in handling sensitive financial matters enhances awareness about best practices regarding record retention and disclosure procedures. Firms should develop clear protocols outlining steps to take if contacted by auditors, ensuring consistent responses aligned with company policy and legal expectations. Future trends shaping tax compliance practices. Ongoing digitization continues transforming how tax compliance functions globally. Governments increasingly rely on automated systems for revenue collection and enforcement actions. Advancements in real-time monitoring capabilities promise early detection of anomalies worth investigating further. Global initiatives aimed at standardizing reporting formats across jurisdictions aim to simplify multinational operations considerably. Harmonized frameworks would ease burdens faced by companies operating internationally. As these trends evolve, staying informed about technological innovations influencing regulatory environments remains imperative for effective practice delivery. Conclusion. This exploration highlights key aspects surrounding modern-day tax compliance concerns faced by those supporting remote workforce models. Effective management requires attention to numerous variables simultaneously. By adopting proactive measures leveraging current technologies alongside sound advisory principles, professionals can navigate this dynamic field successfully. Continuous education remains fundamental towards maintaining excellence in service provision.